It is a calm and quiet and beautiful Friday morning on 3 Mile Lake in Algonquin. And I have a very busy day ahead of me. Let me outline all of the things I have to do today. Done. I have nowhere to be. I'm staying here tonight. I don't necessarily have to or want to or need to go anywhere. I think at the very least I will probably go off-site to find some firewood, but we'll see what my level of ambition is, what I end up doing. For now, I'm just about to fire up my twig stove and get some oatmeal and coffee on the go. Right, so breakfast is done. I just washed the dishes, and I got a little bit of picking up and tidying up to do around the campsite. But then I've decided what this morning's plan is. When looking for a place along the shore to get some wood at, and I mean looking on the map, one of the biggest breaks between campsites is the portage to North Sylvia, which I wanted to go check out anyways. I've heard less than great things about the campsites there, but I've never been on the lake, and I've heard it's got some beachy areas, just not where the sites are. So, two birds with one stone. I'm going to paddle over to the North Sylvia portage into North Sylvia, paddle around it and check it out, take a look at the campsites if they're worth looking at, and when I get back over the portage, I'll find some firewood right there, ideally, and load up the kayak and come back to my campsite. Should be a couple-hour excursion, a nice way to spend some of the morning, and by the time I get back, it should be swimming weather. So that's the plan. I just have a little pickup to do first. So yeah, so my general impression of North Sylvia is, it's a lake. There's nothing, incredibly aesthetically pleasing about it. There's no islands, it's just kind of a circle. But you know, it would be quiet. I think very few people probably pass through this way. I think even though there is a site in use right now, this is mid-August, I think the majority of the year, if you were to book here, you would have the lake to yourself. Alright, so I'm back to the 3 mile side of the portage. So the goal / intent now is to find some firewood and fill up the rear hatch of the kayak. Okay, so saw in hand. Let's see if we have to go far for firewood. Now there's this knockdown pine right here, but it fell over because the trunk was rotten, so there's not a lot of hope. I'm going to give it a quick stomp and we'll see whether or not it just snaps. It would be funny if it would be funny if I literally have to go 10 feet from my kayak to find firewood. Yeah, it may not be bad. I'm going to give it a cut, take a look. Look at that. Solid and dry all the way through. And now there's my firewood. It's after 5, and it's been a perfect afternoon in the park. It's been really windy and not cold, but not warm with the wind. So I've actually only been swimming once today, which surprises the hell out of me. But it's just been, I mean, I'm wearing 3 layers right now. but I've been listening to music and reading a book and just sitting out on that gorgeous piece of rock that is my campsite and looking out over the lake. And it's been an absolutely perfect day. Well, this has turned into an expensive camping trip. I already badly damaged this camera, the one I'm filming with right now. How badly damaged can it be, you ask? If I can still film with it, I don't know. The lens cover doesn't open all the way. I have to kind of flick it open with my hand, and it's constantly flashing an error message on the screen. For all I know, I'm not even going to be able to get these videos off the camera, or they're not saving in the first place. I don't know. But a camera's a camera. Doesn't actually affect your safety on a trip. What just happened is that I snapped my very expensive MSR Guardian water filter, water purifier, this thing. So I have its maintenance kit, and I took it all apart before I realized that the thing that got broken isn't something you can replace or repair. It would be hard to show, and it's going to be hard to explain too, but you've got your handle, and of course that you're pumping with, and at the end of it, it has two little prongs that hooked onto a steel rod inside that you would push, the mechanism for pushing and pulling and pushing and pulling. Well, that rod was just held in place by two little pieces of plastic that the rod was slid through, like two pieces of plastic with, holes in the middle, and the rod slid through. That piece of plastic snapped, and I was on like my fourth pump, no jokes. I'm completely out of water. I went down to pump more, and on literally like my fourth pump, it snapped. So I can't pump any water. So I have my Life Straw Universal, so I'm fine. But the Life Straw to drink, you have to suck out of. So I don't have any like free water, which means I don't have any mix for my whiskey. Okay, so also not life-threatening, although very annoying. I suppose I could, suck a mouthful and then spit it into a cup or something. You never know, it might come to that.